Chicago, and Danny Crawford, who worked Game 2 of the finals here at the Delta Center. The Bulls are just 4-4 on the road in the playoffs, and in fact have lost 4 of their last 5 road games against their toughest opponents, the Pacers and the Jazz. Jordan guarded by Russell. Hornacek will open on Pippen. He'll try and post Scotty on him. They go to it right away. Stockton comes over on the double team. Now back to Scotty, and they couldn't recover. Hornacek up and down the court. Ahmad told you he's suffering from a bad back. Malone hits his first the double. Harper's the guy they'd like to leave alone. Kukoc isn't, but this time he misfires. Hornacek lost it to Longley. Now Pippen has it. All alone, Kukoc. Hornacek from Stockton ties the game at 4. Kukoc. His knees bending over, trying to limber up, wincing quite a bit. Malone
to Jerry Sloan over on the sideline. He says Jerry is already complaining about illegal defense early in the game. Let's see if the next time down the floor.
Here in this building where Michael Jordan, sick as a dog, managed to gut it.
That's why I think it's very, very important for the Jazz to lock in on Toni Kukoc, because if Pippen can't score.
Stockton drives on Harper, ties the game. Hornacek is now 18 for 46 in the series. Jordan, there's his first field goal, and the Bulls 37% as a team from beyond the arc for the season. Pippen with the hook. Jordan for 3. Got it. Jordan with 5. Kukoc underneath to an unguarded Harper. Oh. Ostertag and Foster have given them nothing in this series. Good pass from Malone.
Michael Jordan's illegal now, so the Bulls are all running around.
And it's their second illegal defense, which will result for him because he got the call, but now the technicals may cancel each other out. It's Jordan to shoot it first. That the reason Sloan got his technical was arguing about this. When he was knocked down by Kukoc, there was no foul called, and that's what had Jerry hot.
Remember, that's the same thing that he did against Longley to bait him into his 5th foul in here in Game 2. So I don't think the referees went for that today. I think that was
depth video features from NBC Sports, and you can chat with Bill Walton tomorrow at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific at MSNBC Sports. But not the second. Carr against Kukoc. Jumper over him is good. Here's Hornacek. A pull-up 3. It's Malone. Offensive glass. Wennington a good look. Wennington will go by 1. And a whistle from Dick Bavetta.
Michael Jordan.
Hornacek hits the Isley bounces to Malone. Tough shot, but he can't. Jordan over Russell. Tied at 22. Malone against Wennington. Off balance, hit it, plus the foul.
Is smart to get into their bench now.
A game, Isley has been suffering from vertigo. Apparently not dizzied by the heights of Game 6 tonight. Have to wait till the next whistle. Rodman, good pass to Kukoc. Straight back.
That Scotty says he's telling the medical staff that he is not able to play. So that could be the end of it for Scotty tonight. Bob?
Judd Bushler, who may get more minutes as a result. That's Russell with the ball. Malone from Carr. And he walked. Carr claims it. Carr from Stockton.
There you go.
Jordan, daylight for three. 13 for Michael. Utah by 1. If Pippen can't go the rest of this game, and if there is a game 7, inside it goes to Carr, and he hits the layup. Here is Tony. Jordan into the lane. Tough shot. He was fouled. He'll come to the line with a chance to tie it. He has also played more minutes than at any time since the '92 season when he was a much younger man. And now Michael springs free and takes the lob from Kukoc.
Great roll-off.
Now has it back in a crowd and misses. Anderson flies in, can't hit the tip. Malone another try, and there it is.
After the last game, and he felt that Malone traveled a lot. That's why he was able to get away from him.
Malone in the lane. Up and under again. Coach on Russell. Gives him some room, and Russell
In that possession.
It was Russell's first basket. Here's Michael. He's got 21.
I'm watching Jordan.
Up as a higher scoring game than we've generally had in this series. It's Hornacek. Down by 2, the Bulls put it in play. Jordan's the guy they want, even more so than usual, and that's why. Stockton from Malone.
Happy with everything offensively. Bob?
All right, Jim, and here we go. Utah in possession as we start the third quarter. Malone right to work. Out to Scotty with 5 seconds to shoot. It'll be Kukoc. All summer on NBC.
See, it's so important for Karl Malone to attack the defense, Isaiah. It could be very vital for them scoring here in this third period.
Doug, I love the way Karl Malone is playing right now. I mean, he's doing everything for the Utah Jazz.
Jordan pulls up and connects. 25 on the floor, but not with his usual ball handling responsibilities. This is Scotty out high, immediately returns it to Harper. A little jump hook is good.
Smart enough as a basketball player that he's not going to let that throw him out of his rhythm. We saw where Dennis Rodman will get Alonzo.
Left alone, he doesn't take the 3. Michael, fade away. Harper on the foul this time.
See, Isaiah.
Tailing back. Russell missed the first. Hornacek in the right place at the right time. To a cutting Anderson who was bumped. The basket may count. It does.
An opportunity now for the three-point play, which you can help.
Jordan is now 7 of 10.
Guarding Michael Jordan, forcing him to shoot jump shots. And
Stockton has a little daylight, and Utah has a 3-point lead. Malone. They'll bring it back out. The jumper by Carl. Utah back in front. That Harper may have been just a fraction of a second behind the shot clock.
Harper's good in the last shot that Harper took. I think that was a shot clock violation.
Apparently gets tired. Malone, lots of room. Got it.
That's their pet play. Malone.
Cross-court Stockton, a 3. It's there!
Free throw line to give them 2 opportunities to 1.
Pippen into Jordan. Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1.
They scored within 7.
Or from championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
At the end of the
7. If they don't, for the second straight year, they go out in 6. Stockton, Harper's on him. Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their second three-peat. When you lose by this narrow margin, speaking of the Utah Jazz, there are so many things to look back on. But the Howard Isley 3 that was taken away in the first half will eat at them all summer long. Jackson and Jordan, perhaps for the last time. Chicago 87, Utah 86. Jerry Sloan showing class, trying to shake hands with each and every member of the Chicago Bulls, who won 2 out of 3 here and 2 out of 3 in Chicago.
Thank you, boy. David, thank you, boy. Thank you.
Statistically, especially in terms of shooting percentage, Michael Jordan has had better games. But when you consider at age 35, the games he's played this year, the grinding minutes he's played, and Scottie Pippen being all but incapacitated tonight, and the fact that they're on the road, and the fact that the odds would shift to Utah's favor for a Game 7, yes, MJ rose again. He no longer needs accomplishments to prove his case as the greatest player in NBA history. He just adds to it. And if this is the final chapter, what a way to close the book.
I tell you, Bob, as you look at Scottie Pippen there, I remember all Scottie ever heard about was the migraine headache and that he couldn't play with pain. Well, today, they could not have won this game without him. Just his presence being out there. He made some big shots. He fed the post. He did all the little things for Chicago, and his numbers aren't going to show it. But Michael, once again, with the heroics, the unbelievable plays. But his sidekick, Scottie Pippen, was there for him when he needed him.
And I'm watching Michael Jordan hug his mother right there. Such a great player, such a great person. Everything that this game is about, the goodness of it, he represents, and what he's done for the game of basketball and for this Chicago Bulls organization. All of us as former athletes are very thankful to 23 in red.
Michael Jordan is as great a competitor as sports has ever seen. He also has an uncanny sense of theater. And as he makes his decision, he'll think about the fact that he could not ask for a better punctuation than this. He accepts a victory cigar from Jerry Reinsdorf to not only hit the winning basket, but have it be the last shot he takes this season, maybe the last he'll ever take in a Chicago Bulls uniform, to win the game and the championship by a point.
You know, Bob, it's interesting about Michael Jordan. He's a guy who has nothing to prove, but lives his life every day as if he has everything to prove. That's something about his greatness. He's an unbelievable athlete.
One more look at a shot you'll be seeing hundreds of times if you're a basketball fan. You'll see it dozens of times on the highlight shows tonight. Stockton gets rid of it. It's short. Harper had a hand in his face and maybe even got a small piece of the ball.
I thought Stockton had a great look right there. It was a well-executed play. Stockton and Malone, and that's who you want taking your last shot, because he's made so many big shots for Utah. You know, my heart goes out to Stockton and Malone, because those two, more than any other two athletes in this era, really deserve a shot at wearing a championship ring.
A shot can hardly come much closer than that without going in. For the celebration, here's Dan Roberts, the PA man.
And now, please direct your attention to center court for the presentation of the 1998 NBA Finals MVP and the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy.
It is now time to make the 1998 Championship Trophy presentation. Joining me up here are the chairman, Jerry Reinsdorf, Vice President Jerry Krause, Head Coach Phil Jackson, and to make that presentation, here's the Commissioner of the NBA, Mr. David Stern.
The two best teams in the NBA this season were the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. These two teams in these finals, wonderfully matched and motivated, treated the world of basketball to NBA basketball at its heart-stopping best. To both teams, thank you, but to the Chicago Bulls, the 1998 NBA champion, and a team for the ages, congratulations to this team, to this organization, to its fans, and to these great players.
All right, Mr. Reinsdorf. Chicago Bulls fans all over the world would like to know, are you going to do everything you can possible to bring these guys back here to try to do this all over again?
Well, let me first, Ahmad, say that on behalf of millions of Bulls fans all around the world, it's an honor to accept this trophy. It's only unfortunate that we can't have co-champions, because this Utah Jazz team is just the greatest team that we've ever played. 2 years in a row, they took us as far as you could take anybody. Winning six championships in 8 years is unbelievable. It's a tribute to a great coach and his staff, great players, Scotty and Michael, an unbelievable performance by Scotty and Payne tonight, Jerry Krause and his staff, just unbelievable. And on behalf of millions of Bulls fans all over the world, I can only hope and pray that Michael and Scotty will come back and defend the championship one more time.
I take that as a yes. You are going to try to bring them back. Jerry Krause, you have to be very proud of this team.
I'm so proud of these players and the staff. And this is for the fans back in Chicago, the greatest sports fans in the world. And we're just so happy. We're going to celebrate safe, guys, and we'll be home tomorrow morning.
All right, Jerry, let me ask you, you do everything you can to bring these guys back.
Well, you know, tonight all I want to do is celebrate and have fun, and we're going to talk later on. But this is a great occasion. And what Jerry said about the Utah club, Jerry Sloan and Scotty Layden are special people, and this is just a great organization, and it's somebody that you're proud of that you can be with.
All right, Jerry, let's talk to Phil Jackson.
Yes, I'm on.
Yes, once again, another journey to the top of the mountain. How is this one different from the other five?
Well, Ahmad, we had to fight our way through this one. This is a real struggle for us this year against overwhelming odds. Maybe not as talented as the last 2 years, but they had a great heart. Hearts of a champion, as Michael has said, and they won it.
All right, you will celebrate tonight. Are you going to come back?
Gee, that's a great question, Ahmad. I'll dodge that one right now. Thanks.
All right, Phil. All right, once again, it is now time for the 1998 NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award. And once again, here's the Commissioner, David Stern.
Big surprise. 6 championships, 6 MVPs. Michael Jordan, get over here. You grace us with your presence. You've contributed mightily to our league. And tonight you gave one of the singular performances in the history of the NBA Finals. Thank you and congratulations, 1998 NBA Finals MVP, Michael Jordan.
Michael, you have won this award before, but somehow I have the feeling that this one is more special than all of them.
Well, let me say hello to my wife and my kids at home, because they desperately wanted to come. I didn't want them to come here today because I wanted to focus on the game, but I wish they were here to help me celebrate. I know they're there cheering, and I can't wait to get home. But to the Utah fans, you guys are a tough bunch to play in front of. You guys came out with a lot of loyalty and respect for your team. You made it really tough for us. We really, after losing Game 5 in Chicago, A couple of us dread coming back to Utah because we had to deal with the fans because of the energy that they bring to the game. But we had no choice, so we had to come in and play our best, and you guys made it a very competitive finals, and it's very worthy to win this, and I think of all the championships that we've won, this is the toughest.
It doesn't get any easier, but at the beginning of the season, this was the goal that you set out for. How wonderful was it to make this into a reality?
Well, I tell you, when you start the season, I'm pretty sure every team next year is going to start with the focus of finishing and winning their last game. We started with that focus. It was a long road, a lot of different tasks and little bumps in the road, but somehow we made it, and I think everybody who looks at this year is going to have a lot of gratification and understanding and a lot of dedication.
There were a lot of times during the course of the season that people doubted the Chicago Bulls, doubted that you'd be able to come back and pull this off. Even during this finals series here, people doubted you. How did you guys stay so confident?
Well, I mean, this team is one. Our leadership is strong. Our leadership is very positive, very determined, and it filters down to the rest of the players. And we never let anybody give up. We believed in it, and we kept coming for it.
All right, I've asked everybody if they're all going to come around to try to do this again. One more time?
I would love for that to happen. I think that's something that's got to have to be determined over the summer.
All right. Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations, Chicago Bulls. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. Tonight, one of the truly gutty performances in the finals by Scottie Pippen. Scottie, how badly were you hurt during this game?
I was hurting pretty bad, to start the game off. I was able to get a dunk when I came down. The pain just sort of built from that point, and every time I tried to run, I was getting spasms. But I knew I wanted to come back and try to give a better performance in the second half, so I just tried to take advantage of that little bit of time before the half and, see what I can do. And I came out the second half, and Chip wanted to give me a little treatment, and I took the treatment, and I told him from there I was going to just try to gut it out. I felt like that my presence out on the floor would mean more than just sitting in the locker room.
Initially, you didn't think you could come back, and then the miracle happened there at halftime. How much did you revert back to some of the things that had happened to you in the past, and you knew that if you gutted it out this time that it could change all of that?
Well, I knew I was going to come back the second half. I have to correct you on that. I knew, but I just didn't know how much I was going to be able to give. I knew I wanted to just hope that the team could stay in the game, keep it close, and if I could come back out, let my presence be known out on the court.
Now, Scottie, you were in tears after the game. Was this your most difficult championship, and why the tears this time? Is it maybe because you feel it's ending?
Well, I think they all have brought tears to my eyes, but this one was so difficult because I felt like to some degree without me being out on the court that I was kind of letting the team down, and they understood, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to be a present. I wanted to play a major role in the game, but the other guys came off the bench, held us in there the first half, especially Michael. He had a heck of a game, and everything else is history.
Now, you hold the key here to these teams returning. Michael said if you come back, he'll come back, and Phil and so forth. What are your thoughts? Will you come back? Would you take a one-year deal? What will go through your thought process in making this determination?
Well, Jim, right now I just have to, let everything soak in. There's a lot of opportunities out there for me, and, I have to look more down the road at my future, but, I don't know. After all this soaks in and get back and get my back on track, you never know.
Is there a twinge of sadness with you, a little melancholy feeling right now that it may be ending?
Excuse me?
Are you feeling a little sad right now that this could be coming to a close?
No, not really. We're going to enjoy this, and, as long as we can. As a player right now, I don't feel like it's over. We got a lot of celebration to do, and I'm not really looking forward to next season right now.
Final thought, the Utah Jazz and Karl Malone, a spectacular effort. What would your thoughts be toward them?
It was great. Karl and John, they're some gutty performers. Whether it's Hornacek, Russell, who's grown and matured and, had a fabulous series. We take our hats off to this team. The fans here have really came out and made us work hard. It was a great series. It was a even better series than last series, even though, both series ended at 6 games. This topped it off.